Perfect. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 Pan-Canadian Projectathon registration webinar. We're so glad you could join us today. My name is Cedrina Petit, and I'm a Senior Project Analyst here at Canada Health InfoA, and I'll be supporting the facilitation of today's session. Before we dive in, just a few housekeeping items. So today's webinar is being recorded and will be posted on our InfoScribe event page. That page includes important materials such as the Projectathon timeline, the scope, training resources, and other tools to help you prepare for testing. We'll then have a question and answer session at the end, but feel free to drop your questions in the chat throughout the presentation or come off mute at the end. Today's session is designed to help you get ready for the participation in the 2026 Projectathon. We'll walk you through what to expect, how to prepare, and how to complete your registration. We'll begin with Andrew Liu, who will provide you with an overview of the Projectathon, what it is, and why to participate, and the scope of this year's event, including which Pan-Canadian specification will be supported for testing. Then we'll turn it over to Anne-Gaëlle Berge, who will guide us through the key steps required to complete the registration, both administratively and technically using the Gazelle platform. Finally, we'll close with a question and answer session where you'll have the opportunity to ask questions about the event, logistics, or next steps. I'd like to introduce you to our speakers today. So the first one, we have Andrew Liu, the Vice President of Architecture Delivery and Conformance at Canada Health InfoA. And then we have Anne-Gaëlle Berge, the e-health interoperability expert at Caravel. With that, let's get started. Andrew, over to you.
Thank you, Sandrina. Everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning and welcome to today's webinar. And thank you for joining us from across the country. My name is Andrew Liu. I'm the VP of Architecture, Delivery, and Conformance at Canada Health InfoA. And I'm pleased to be doing this webinar with the team and our partners at IHE Catalyst. Today's webinar will walk through walk the new and returning participants through the Gazelle registration process and the steps to prepare for the 2026 Pan-Canadian Projectathon running February 24th to 26th. So really the objective is to encourage everybody to register early, right? So that your software profile, your organization profile, and the test tracks you are participating are visible to peers and also to the Projectathon managers. So you can take full advantage of the pre-event or pre-Projectathon testing period, right? And I really would appreciate your commitment to interoperability. And there's a lot of familiar names and familiar faces here, and some new friends as well, right? So I'm confident to be working together with everybody to make this 2026 Projectathon a successful collaborative event. So with that being said, I will provide an overview of the Projectathon event. So it's a Connectathon Projectathon. Is IHE has been doing Connectathon for probably a couple of decades, right? And the Projectathon is really at a national, regional level, right, to encourage and to test out some of the new emerging profiles, as well as some of the IHE international profiles, right? Some of the foundational ones. The value of participating at a Connectathon or Projectathon really is, number one, validate the readiness of the implementation, right? And also, provide feedback to this, interoperability specifications or profiles. As a test event, really, it's not for anybody to compete with each other. Really, we're all here to test and refine our implementation in a collaborative and risk-free environment. And really, that gives everybody the opportunity to work directly with each other, right? Whether you are representing a jurisdiction or vendor, and then we ensure the systems are interoperable and align with the Pan-Canadian standards. It's a great opportunity, right? If you are a device vendor, really, there's the opportunity to test with EHRs, AMRs. If it's a Halo or a patient summary document consumer, and you have a opportunity to test with the document repositories and other actors. Um, and then demonstrate your leadership, right? If you represent a PT, then really it's a great opportunity to engage the community and vendors to advance interoperability and to support the national digital health priorities. And then, accelerate implementation, resolve integration issues, because, there's value in the no peer testing, right? You can test with simulators and all that, but is a lot more valuable to be having, the systems and the vendors coming together, right? Even though everybody's implementing HL7, right? We know, even back in the days, everybody doing V2, but it always takes a bit of configuration and try and fail to make it work, right? Next slide, please. Yeah, in terms of projects on scope, I think this is the fourth time we're doing projects on, right? A couple of virtual ones in the past, and in the February this year, we did the first in person combined IHE North America Connectathon and Projectathon together. The next one, definitely we're adding more, right? Because we have been working on hard with the community and stakeholders and introducing new interoperability specs like Halo, right? We advanced CA core significantly. So you'll be seeing some of the familiar test tracks in the past or profiles in the past, and we're introducing some new test tracks as well. Patient summary, very much for all the specifications. We have a release from September or early October, right? To incorporate the new requirement and new feature request from the community. And really the objective of the release, for implementation for sure, and also try to align the timeline for this project so that there's time for implementers and vendors to implement it. And then, and we have this Projectathon event, and we bring everybody together to test things out and gather feedback on the specification themselves as well. Patient summary, CAFAX, the fire exchange, right? Think about it, like the IPA like kind of specification in Canada. And then there's the ERAC, right? With both point-to-point and central intake in scope. And then there's the service directory, and also the CA core 1.1 release, which we have now, I believe, 30 plus profiles. And that is a significant advancement from last year's CA core release. And then there's Halo, right? A smart on fire based framework with the support of fire pops up kind of data exchange between the Halo app and the EMR application. And then there's the MHD, right? I believe we've been testing this in the past project sounds as well. For a patient summary document, there's options to exchange the documents, right? There's the CAFAX interactions, and there's the IHE MHD profiles, and vendor have the option to be testing, either options. Next slide, please. And then the reference architecture, I think we test them in the past projects as well. Some of the more foundational profile IT profiles, right? Audio logging, the Athena ones, and then we have the shared house link is similar to smart house link, and we have this in production in New Brunswick. Um, Basically, the patient could initiate a generation of a QR code, which can, give access with password protected access to either an instance of patient summary document or, access to a file repository and so on and so forth. And some of the authentication authorization related profiles as well. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I think that's really an overview of the Project event and the scope of testing, the test tracks available, and I believe we have some time for QA in the end. But now I'm passing the floor to our colleagues, our partner at IT Catalyst, to introduce Gazelle and the registration process.
Hello, everybody. So thank you for being there. So I will just introduce briefly Gazelle. So Gazelle is a suite of tools you will be using during the projectation process. So from the registration up to the publication of the results. It's an open source platform, which is made of several types of components. And it especially, in particular, it provides a test management environment, and it is where you will start your Gazelle journey for the project. Next slide, please. So to give you first an idea of what will be our timeline for the projectathon. So we're in October and the registration period is opening till mid-December. And for this phase, you will have to complete the registration process in Gazelle, meaning that you will need to enroll yourself in Gazelle if it's your first time at the Pan-Canadian Projectathon, and also to register your systems under test. In January, we will have a webinar to launch the pre-projectathon testing period. So it is the time where we ask you to perform some in-house preparatory tests to be sure that your system is ready for the projectathon, and also to get used with the testing tools, which are similar to the ones that you will use during the event. And the other important task for you is to share the network configuration of your system under test. We will be testing online. We want all the other systems to be able to reach your system, and you want to know how to contact the other system. So there's a feature in Gazelle that allow you to share those information. So then we have the projectathon in February, and by mid-March, you will be provided with the projectathon report where we summarize all the results for your systems, which are based on the test results. Because during the event, so you will execute your test, and those tests will be reviewed by a team of monitors, which are experts in their domain, and they will assess the correctness of your test cases. Next, please. Okay, so from a practical point of view, so I've described here 6 steps, and I will demo it right after. So first you will have to access the Gazelle testbed, so the Pan-Canadian instance that has been set up with the Pan-Canadian integration profiles. If you're new, you will need to create an account. So either your organization participated in the past and you can register to join this organization, or you can create your own organization. For returning participants, you can sign in. Just make sure that you access this year's testing session, because Gazelle is under several testing events, and each testing event has its dedicated testing session. Then you need to register your system under test. So it means that you will complete the registration form. If you are a returning participant, you have the possibility to reuse a system that you have tested at a previous event. There's an import feature. When you do so, you can then tune the list of profiles. So if there's some new profiles that you want to add, you are free to add them. If there's some profiles that you don't want to test this year, you can remove them. It's not really, it's create a copy that the one you can modify. So then you select your SUT capabilities. So you will tell us which actors from which profile you want to test and some options if need be. And when you're done, you can mark your system as completed. It means that you have finalized the registration and that we can simply, we acknowledge that you are done with your registration. So I think it was the last slide. So I will just, so maybe this before I move to the demo, so we don't have to come back to the slide afterwards. Why it is important to register early, because you have this almost 2 months time frame to register. The earlier you will register, the best you will inform the project manager and the other organization about the profile that you will be testing in February. So it's allow better organization for everybody. And once you are registered and you have selected your SUT capabilities, you will be able to see what are the test cases that apply to your system. So Gazelle generates a tailored test plan for your system. So you will see exactly what you are expected to do before the event and during the event. And for sure, if you have any question, you can contact the support at Infoway. So let's move to the demo. So just going to share my screen. Okay, I'm not allowed to do so before you stop sharing your screen.
Can you try now?
No, still not. Oh, okay. Okay, now I can. Okay, let's try this. So that's, which screen is that? Screen 2. Okay. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now.
Yes, we see your screen.
Okay, so this is the homepage of Gazelle, where you will find information about the event. So this page might be updated several times up to the projectathon in February. So you can refer to it regularly. And at the bottom, you have, again, the email to contact interoperability support at Infoway, the link to the specifications and other information. And you can also find the link to the other tools of interest. If you are new, you can use the sign up button here. and you will be asked to enter a few details about you. So maybe I will do this, and I can't use this. I will use another email address. Okay. So you enter your password. Oh. Okay. Then here you have the choice. So either you choose an organization from the list here, either you register your own organization. In this case, you are asked to provide the name of your organization, a short name we will use to name the systems, and the website, your organization website. So I will join. The process is slightly the same. In both cases, you will, in the first cases, you will receive an email. So there's two cases. So when you ask to join an existing organization, there are the managers of their organization who received an email to accept your new account. So you know that not everybody can join your organization. When you create your own organization, you will receive an email to activate your account. So we are sure that it's a real email address. If I use the demo company, okay. So now my account is created, and I only have to wait for an administrator to accept my account. Well, so now, so I will have to accept this account from here. It was this account. Okay. Activate. Okay. So now I can log in with this new account. So if I log in from here, okay. So here I am automatically logging in the Pan-Canadian Projectathon 2026 testing session. If it's not the case because you are a returning participant, you have this join another session button that might be orange if you are in another session, and you can simply click on it and choose the Pan-Canadian Projectathon testing session. I'm not going to add a fake system in this session, so I will go to another session. Okay. When you are here, you can add a system or import one if you are a returning participant, and you can access the list of systems that are already registered in the session. So if I add a new system, here I'm asked to provide a system name. So it could be my system for demo, a system type. So maybe, I don't know, a gateway or whatever. Demo 2026. You can give a version. And you can then, if you wish, add some information about the conformance statement of your system. Then the important thing is going to the Profile Actors tab, because it is where you will select the profile and actor that you want to test in February. Note that the new profiles have not been added, so that's something that will be ready pretty soon, and you will be informed, but you can already register for the other profiles. So if I look at the Pan-Canadian interoperability, so I can say that I am a CAFEX data consumer, data recipient. What else do we have? I would like to test something. Okay, so there's only CAFEX here. Okay. Okay, so when you do this, so now here are all the information, all the profiles I want to test for the event. And once I'm okay with this, I can ask, so I'm not a manager for this organization, so I'm not allowed to do it, but as manager of the organization, you are allowed to say that the registration is completed. That's an option you will find from here. In some cases, there are dependencies among profiles, and in that case, you will be asked to add the missing dependencies. So for example, if I add I've seen that we had the ATNA profile. ATNA profile requires my system to also implement the time client actor from the consistent time profile. So Gazelle has detected that I have missing dependencies. And if I click there, I am invited to add the time client actor. I am also invited to add some ATNA options that are required to choose from. So I can say I'm doing ATNA feed. And the last one is, let's say, no secure. Okay, and now I've solved all the dependencies. So that's something you should care about. The test session manager will have a look to make sure that you did not overlook any dependencies. If you have some doubts, you can still contact the support team for sure. So that's all from now. The next step will be explained in the next webinar, but for now, if you are able to log in, create your system, tell us what you want to test, that will be you will have done the main task for now. So maybe Cedric, it's back to you now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Gael. Does anyone have any questions? Nope. So there was only one question in the chat regarding the registration page. So we will be sending all of oh, there you go. Gael already added the link to the chat, so that's great. But after the meeting, we will go ahead and send all the important links. We'll add it to our InfoScribe page, and I'll also send an email and also post it on InfoCentral. Any other questions?
I hope I said is free to the participants, right? We decided to go with a virtual one this year due to budget funding and also logistics, right? The hotel in Toronto, the venue in Toronto is a bit challenging, but definitely moving forward, we're going to be looking at doing in-person events again in the future, right? Not able to guarantee every time it's going to be in person. Definitely no guarantee it's going to be free, right, going forward. But for this one that's coming up, it is free and virtual.
Okay, is there going to be a list of which jurisdictional specific standards are in scope? Okay, so Andrew, Dylan from Epic is asking, is there going to be a list of which jurisdictional specific standards are in scope?
Yes, I think so. Yes, for patient summary and and potentially we'll look at across the interoperability specifications, right? And definitely we'll provide that list. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be posted on our InfoScribe page, Dylan.
We're just determining that final list, and we'll let you know once we've connected with all the jurisdictions and determined which jurisdictional specs we will offer.
Okay, and Angela's asking, how are participants notified as new standards and profiles are being added?
Yes. So I think the target specification, right? So hopefully we publish the version that's already on InfoScribe, right? Right now InfoWay offers about 7, 8 specifications, right? Patient summary, referral, Halo, CSD, and so forth. So, I think that's the target specification that we're talking about. And then, in the Gazelle too, for the Projectathon or Connectathon, right? We have the test profiles, and there's test cases for each profiles, and those are visible in the platform, right? In the test bed, so to speak. Yeah. So to answer the question, the specification version, and unless there's feedback from the public review or from the community that there's defects or there's major things missing or wrong that we need to correct, then really we should be looking at all the implementers and vendors should be looking at the version that's published and listed for projects on testing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. And Thomas, oh yeah, Thomas from Caravel is saying maybe communication platform as Zulip last year. Yep, I think that's what we plan on using. Okay. Any other
Thank you,
questions?
Toma, and thank you, our partners from IT Catalyst and Caravel. Yeah.
Any other questions? If someone wants to come off mute and ask us a question, that's perfect as well. Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like anyone has any questions. This InfoA team, I know we have some product owners on this call. Did anyone want to say anything before we log off today?
Please register.
Yes,
And we
please.
hope to see everybody at the Projectathon event every year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. The next seminar is when? Yes, thank you, Dennis. So the next webinar is going to be on January 8th.
We will also be holding office hours like Q&A sessions closer to the Projectathon date, end of January, early February.
Any other questions? All right, well, with that said, again, please register. We look forward to your participation. And I will send everyone a follow-up email via our emails, forums, and Info Central. And yeah, we're looking forward to this 2026 virtual Projectathon. We're really excited. And we will reconvene again with everyone on January 8th.
Thank you, Sandrina. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day today. Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Merci.